Inflation is not the only way. The last 2 years have shown that bad policies and bad ideas have real consequences. One especially damaging myth is the liberal notion that making our country kinder means having weaker public safety, weaker justice for criminals, and weaker borders. This misunderstanding dominates today's Democratic Party. Across our country, Democrats have spent years trying to defund law enforcement. Studies have proven that anti-police hostility changes how officers do their jobs, leading directly to more crime, including more murders. So liberals' nationwide anti-police PR campaign has literally cost people their lives. When liberals do let police arrest criminals, a growing cadre of far-left prosecutors awfully simply decline to charge them. One liberal billionaire has donated more than $1 million each to the campaigns of soft-on-crime district attorneys in New York, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, and Chicago. The Los Angeles DA has presided over a 69% increase in shootings and a 40% spike in car thefts. Chicago's liberal DA, quote, appeared to be simply dropping nearly 30% of all felony cases, including, listen to this, alleged murders. Philadelphia's liberal DA has presided over an 85% spike in shootings and a huge increase in murders since he took over. In the name of equity or compassion, these people are announcing they will not prosecute eligible entire categories of crimes. No wonder American cities are becoming more dangerous by the day. A couple of years back, a former DA from outside Boston published a list of crimes she would not prosecute: shoplifting, breaking and entering, resisting arrest, and even in the middle of the opioid crisis, possession with intent to distribute. As a reward, Washington Democrats made Rachel Rollins the U.S. Attorney for Massachusetts. She got a promotion. Just last month, Senator Rubio put forward an amendment to increase funding for cops and keeping violent criminals behind bars. Democrats blocked it. Every Senate Democrat has also voted multiple times to strip Customs and Border Protection of the only remaining emergency authorities to contend with the historic surge in illegal immigration unfolding on their watch. Of course, the open door policies our colleagues support in office are rooted in open border rhetoric that they've embraced literally for years. On the campaign trail, then candidate Biden himself said, "You want to flee? You should come." So, on President Biden's watch, illegal immigrants literally flocked to the border, some carrying his campaign's flags and T-shirts. There's an outright security crisis at our southern border. We're in the middle of the most illegal immigration arrests in more than 2 decades. This year, just from January to August, Border Patrol says they have already run into nearly double the number of known criminals this fiscal year as they saw in the entire year before President Biden took office. And huge upticks of deadly drugs like fentanyl. But Democrats aren't just ignoring a security crisis, it's a humanitarian crisis as well. Waves of unaccompanied children have stretched Border Patrol's facilities to the limit. And under incompetent leadership, the Department of Health and Human Services has had to scramble to help ensure the safety of children in its custody. There's nothing compassionate about tolerating or even encouraging anarchy down at the border, violence in our streets, and a steady erosion of public safety. It is neither fair nor is it compassionate, not to any Americans, least of all to the vulnerable people Democrats say they're helping.